لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله
بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وبعد. Started with the subtopic of Salat al-Musafir, which is a salah of a traveler. And we said the fact that he could shorten his prayers. The person who is traveling, where he prays for, he could pray to. And we also mentioned the fact that he is permitted to join the prayer, except from Salat al-Fajr. So if the person is traveling, he could join his Salat al-Dhuhr with Asr, and he could join his Salat al-Maghrib with Isha. So Dhuhr and Asr, he will pray 2 units of prayer each, shortening the prayer and joining them. We also mentioned the fact that it's permitted for an individual to also do Salatul Asr with Salatul Dhuhr, meaning he prays it early, joining it with Salatul Dhuhr. And it's also permitted for him to delay his Salatul Dhuhr till Salatul Asr. So he joins it with Salatul Asr. And just like that, Salatul Maghrib, he could join with it Salatul Isha, or he could pray at the time of Salatul Isha, Maghrib and Isha together. Meaning he could pray early as well as delay till the late time. It is also preferred that an individual, when he does come to a place where there is a resting area, then he should try to pray his salah upon its time. So for example, if a person, he does come down to an area where he is going to, the adhan for Salat al-Dhuhr has been given, then he should pray his Salat al-Dhuhr on time. And then if he was to stop again, and he is able to stop at Salatul Asr, and then he should do so and pray his Salatul Asr on its time, qasran, shortening them. But if an individual feels the fact that I am able to stop now and pray my Salatul Dhuhr, but I will not be able to stop for Salatul Asr, then if he was to join them, that would be better. It's also permitted for a person who is sick to join his salawat. And this is based upon the evidence of a woman who was not well due to her giving birth, and the Prophet ﷺ allowed her to join her prayers, which be Salatul Dhuhr and Asr together, and Salatul Maghrib and Isha. So if a person is sick, and based upon this, the ulama have also allowed for a person who is not able to move around and not able to make it for salah in congregation due to his sickness, then it is permitted for him to also join his prayer. And this is only until his sickness is over. When his sickness is over, he will continue to pray as normal. It's also permitted that a person, he could join his Salat al-Maghrib and Isha together if there is fear of the fact that the pathways have become blocked or the pathways have been filled with water due to the rain. But due to this, there is tafsil where the ulama have said that if an individual is not able to carry himself about as he would be able to do so in his normal day due to the weather, based upon that, the ulama have allowed for them to join the prayer. But without reason, it's not something that's looked upon. Rather, it should be with reason of the fact that there is the likes of storm, or the likes of strong winds, or the fact that there is a extreme cold where we are saying we're minus, 50 or minus 60, where people cannot go about in their life normal. It stops them from moving about, doing their things as normal. And in this case, they have said the fact that if an individual is able to come to the masjid, then he comes to the masjid and he joins them in prayer, both together in jama'ah, in congregation. So for example, we see the fact that the weather, it's come to an extreme where people cannot go out and people cannot leave their houses. For example, we have tornado, or we have something along those lines, something very extreme, where it does not allow a person to continue his life as normal. So he does come to the masjid. In those cases, it is permitted for a person to join his prayer in congregation. Again, with regards to this, in its tartib, in its sequence, it is better for a person, no doubt, to pray in congregation every salah upon its time. And then it is better for a person to join, if there be a situation in which he cannot leave the house and so forth, to come out for the masjid in congregation, and he joins the two salahs in congregation together. And then if it not be that, then due to whatever reason that it be extreme, then it's permitted for a person to join his salah in the house, and this is only within the madhab of or the Jamhur al-Madhab, all of them except from the Hanafi Madhab, which they do not permit this. So just to understand it briefly and to summarize, we've said the fact that to pray Salatul Qasr, or to pray to shorten the prayers and to join the prayers, is permissible, but the permissibility lies with conditions. And we said that the fact that the person, if he is traveling, then it's permitted for him to shorten and join his prayers. But if a person is able to stop at places and be able to pray his salah upon its time instead of joining them together, then that is better for an individual to do. And we also mentioned the fact that due to the weather, and if it be the extreme weathers where a person cannot leave his house and so forth, and then he comes out in congregation and prays in congregation, both prayers together. And we also mentioned the fact that if a person is extremely sick, where he is not able to, for example, maybe has problems with his urine, where he's not able to keep his wudu, and for example he might have other issues, the likes of the women who are just about just gave birth and so forth, and they have extensive issues, whatever not, based upon those people who are extremely sick, and for until they get better, they may join their prayers. And Allah knows best. We leave it to that and continue with it inshallah tomorrow. Wa sallallahu wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad.